Okay. I'm right in here. Alright. Excellent. Excellent. Ooh. Okay. Hello. Mason. Poor Mason's splint makes it hard for him to be stealthy. So, I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work. It's a lot. Right there. Lovely. That delicious snack. Good girl. And the cherry. Adorable. Isn't that kid? She's so beautiful. Okay. Adorable. Why is my butt wet? Did I sit in someone's pee? Possibly. That's alright. Alright. Bring this on. Oh, this has got holes in the bottom of it. That's helpful. I didn't think I spilled that much. Good to know. Don't use this one. Because it's got holes in it. Alright. So we've graduated from pain meds, which is exciting. We just finished her ringworm and her antibiotics without me having to shove anything in her face. That's exciting. That means we can just do snuggles. I don't know if the others will be so willing to get in here. Hey buddy. Good for you. It's very good. And let's see if we can get Beatrix out. Away from her boyfriend. Abby, no, that's not for you. No. I'll make you your own. I'll make you your own special bowl. I'll make you your own very special plate. No. Okay. Here. Here you go. So let's see. See if we can get Beatrix to eat hers. thinking about it. Thinking about it. Maybe I need to observe and do some laundry. You should. Oh, Mason's eating his too. What a good boy. All right, that's good. We're not going to do this with you watching us. Take this out. I will observe. Here we go. No, come back. Buddy, I appreciate what you're trying to do. That is Beatrice's food. That's Beatrix's one, and you have your own. I just can't get it to you because you're hiding behind your girlfriend. So, how about it? Oh, she's being so cute right now. Now I have to take her picture. She's being really sweet. She's being a little head. Mason clean his plate like a good boy. Alright, what are the odds I can get this in there? To Calvin without getting myself punched. Here, look. That's yours. That's yours. You won't do it. Here. I know. Don't get me. Here. Okay. Here. You know you want it. Okay. Alright, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. There's that. I definitely have been. There's definitely sitting in pee or something. 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 Okay. Here comes the blanket. Ooh, it's wet too. Or does that feel wet? It is wet. You guys are very creative peers. You're very creative. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Leave that. I'm going to attempt to get back to Calvin and get Beatrix some snuggles. But I have two cats that are going to attack me. Yep, okay. There. Good job. Good job. This is for Calvin. Okay. Good job. Now Calvin can have his. We'll work on your snack. Mason and Rabbit were very well behaved. She's very ferocious. You can do a snack, please. Growling at me. I know, you're very tough. I've already been compromised by the pee. May as well just embrace it. Right? I guess I'm blocking the Calvin box. Alright. Calvin, there's snacks in there for you, buddy. Hi, Ravi. It's nice when I don't have to manhandle you. Oh, I'm getting so big. Kisses. Don't you remember there was so much purring? Remember all the purring that had to happen the first day? And then you got all confident and ferocious. Oh, okay. There's a snail right there. Is that snap gonna bite me? No. Oh. Here. A little snack. You're a good girl. Oh. Don't you remember all the purring? We were friends for a brief shining moment. It's okay, look. Snack. I can snack. There she goes. It's much nicer for all of us. Whoops. We have to use all of it. Almost done. Good. Oh no. Ooh. That's good. She just finished. Who knows what she's going to decide? Her check today or when Mr. Calvin's. What do you think? Let's have some snuggles. Let's have some snuggles and take your meds. He's gonna try to get me. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Oh, I know, buddy. You're a good boy. good boy. What a good boy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's a big strong boy. Such a big strong boy. I got you now. Yeah. So graceful. Okay. Good boy. I'm gonna get you nice and comfy. And we're going to find out who has ringworm today. Well, we're going to do a test. Do the test today anyway. Always a good boy. Good boy. He's doing much better about not flinching. Here. You would like this. It's so tasty. I made it just for you. There he goes. He's a good boy. Taking his medicine like a champ. Very enthusiastic. What a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Such a good boy. That's a much more fun way to take your meds, isn't it? I don't think he'll mind the toothbrushing too much. Oh, good boy. That's nice, isn't it? Okay. Oh, you're really gonna like it here, aren't you? Wow, that feels good, doesn't it? Oh, that's nice. Now there's going to be some snacks. We'll go to the lab too. Let's see. Very nice and see him a little bit. Don't run away. You're not done yet. Fight it. Fight the toothbrush. Oh, your tail. What a good boy. Alright, now I'm sorry, but I have to do a little plucking. It's certainly not the worst thing you've ever experienced. Okay, that's a good sample right there. It's okay, buddy. Okay, now we can just have some snuggles. Look, now we can just have some snuggles. Oh, I know, it's okay. You're so cute. You're so being there feeling. What a good boy. You're such a good boy. Do you feel so much better? You're so adorable. Oh no, don't panic. Don't panic. You're being such a brave boy. So let's see. Oh, hi, Betty. You're such a good boy. So we're trying to. So we did when we did our round of PCR tests. We did a combined sample to save money, and just to give us a general idea of if there's ringworm present or not. So for this room, it came back positive for, let me just confirm, because I've seen so many lab results lately. I think though, what does it say who this is for? No, this was for Charity. We knew Charity would be positive. That was not a shock. Insufficient sample for Boo. That was sad. Metrics were negative, which is wondrous. Trying to find the faith and hope positive. We know that too. Always the last one I'm looking for. Here we go. Radley. So Radley, so this room, we just put it under Radley's name, but this room came back negative for Microsporum canis, which is good, but positive for the miscellaneous Microsporum. So the next step is we did a full cleaning and disinfecting, and then and now I'm doing individual samples for the 4 cats in here to see if one of them comes back positive, if they're all positive, if they're all negative, and it was just environmental contamination. So we just need more information to tell us how best to treat them. So that's the plan. That's the plan. What a good boy. Oh, he likes ear circles. Calvin, I am really hoping will come around because he has persistent pupillary membranes in his remaining eye, which in many cases don't present any sort of issue, but I don't know if it's the same thing that Sky had, the jellyfish that's in her eye. He has that too. It's a congenital issue, and so I don't know if potentially that is related to her glaucoma, or if it's just something, or if that's just something extra that Sky has that he won't have. But I definitely am not going to send a cat back that has any potential of developing glaucoma when he only has one eye to start with. So he's going to have to put on his big boy pants and decide that humans are okay after all. Right, buddy? He's doing much better. I think I see the potential for him to be eating in my lap and enjoying petting. He stopped flinching for the most part. The first couple of days, he just would his whole body was like hard as a rock, and he would just flinch anytime when you touched him. And he's not doing that now. He's still tense. And he will definitely take a swap at you if you invade his space. But he does enjoy being petted, which is a good sign. And he eats from my hand, which is good. He just needs to be in the lap. You can't like reach over to him and pet him because he'll get you. But we are going to try really hard to get him happy with humans and try to find him a special home. Just because I don't know what, I'm not 100% comfortable releasing him with that condition. Unlike Rollins, whose remaining eye was totally healthy, and Rhodes, same thing, his remaining eye was totally healthy, so we didn't have concerns, and they've both adapted extremely well. But we just want to make sure that he's able to get the best possible care, and he doesn't have any more pain ever again. Right? So I think having him in my lap, see, he flinched a little, but not too bad. Having him in my lap uncovered like this is a big step for him, and he's not running away. I think that as long as we can get lots of snuggle time in, I think he'll come around. It's only been a week. So they've been here a week already. Seems like they just got here, but it has only been a week. Beatrix is so playful. Someone back there is purring. It's probably Radley. So anyway, the fact that they're negative for N. canis is good, I think. There's still a lot of information that we don't know about the miscellaneous microsporum. It doesn't seem to fluoresce, and it doesn't seem to cause lesions, so it's virtually undetectable by us, which is a bummer. But I don't know if it's, I just don't know. We just don't know enough about it. So we just have to do more tests and try to learn. Because I would like to clear these guys of ringworms so that we don't have to do meds. We're not going to try bathing them, obviously. So I'm very interested in what the test results come back. We're going to try to bathe. Oh, you're getting nervous? It's okay, look, I'll pet you more. Oh, it's a good boy. We're going to try to bathe the flyers today and get more samples off just for the flyers to see if their positives were partially or totally due to environmental contamination from the Hope and Faith and Charity, who are definitely clinically positive. Because I think that they should be close to being negative or totally negative. At this point, we should be able to get our first negative from them, I think, which would be nice, so they could be adopted sooner. The metrics have had 2 negatives, which is great, which is why they are at my house. They moved into my house 2 nights ago, just because they need some socialization work. And I'm trying to get them a little braver. And so Puffs is babysitting them, but they are scheduled for neuters on Halloween, and will, as long as they stay healthy between now and then, knock on whatever kind of floor this is, they'll be available for adoption as early as November 1st, which would be awesome. Nano's brothers. Anxiously awaiting results from Finster and Boo's second PCR test, because the first one didn't have a good enough sample, and so we had to rerun it. It would be great to get results back today. If they're negative, then I was going to put them with the metrics So I'm not exactly sure what I'll do, but we need the information first. Zeta is going to be spayed, and then she's going to join these guys once we figure out their ringworm status. She's not making any progress socialization-wise, but I haven't had time to really work with her, so I'm hoping that once she's spayed, and if she's away from her kittens and in a room with other adults, she can have adult conversations, and maybe we can somehow reach her. I think it's unlikely, considering how fearful her kittens are and how fearful she is. I think I was really hoping that she would come around, because that's what I want for her, but we're not going to force her to remain in captivity if she will be happier in the fresh air. So she'll be, I don't have her spay scheduled yet, but I'm hoping to do it sometime this week or possibly next week. That will give us time to figure out ringworm situation down here, and then so we'll just figure it out. Hope and faith, I think, even though they still look terrible, are actually feeling better. They're eating kibble, which is really good. Sorry. We find that the kibble is less scary for them to eat because it's dry and it's not choking them when they can't breathe very well. So they've done really well being encouraged to eat the kibble. And Hope has definitely turned around. Faith seems to me like starting yesterday she was feeling a bit better. It's just their immune systems are so compromised that it takes a long time for them to get strong enough to start fighting things off. So we're supporting them with in every possible way. And there is nothing else that we could possibly be doing. So once we get them healthy, then we will have to figure, hey buddy, you're so handsome. You're so handsome. Are you gonna run away? Don't leave me. No, don't leave me. Look. Oh, look, I pet you and stuff. It's so nice. I can change your mind. Next time I'm going to turn down the white noise machine. I'm pretty sure what I'm feeling right now are purrs. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He likes it. You want to love someone. What a good boy. I totally forgot what I was saying. Probably wasn't important. If you're interested in adopting any of these, I haven't had a chance to update the website, but go ahead and apply, tinykittens.com/adopt. It will help us if we know what kind of homes might be interested. It will help us figure out kind of how long, kind of just figure out logistics and things. Oh, buddy. What a good boy. See? We're not so bad as humans. You're so handsome. The flyers, Amelia and Orville infections are back again. So they're getting treatment. I separated them out because I'm pretty sure they are further along in the ringworm cure than the other 3. And we will see what the tests say about that. If the tests say that they're both still positive, then, or that they're all still positive for both microsporums, then I will probably put them back in, since they put themselves back in on their own anyway yesterday. But I would like to clear them for adoption sooner. So from a socialization perspective, they're ready. Hope and Faith and Charity will be too. So the monkey kittens are very ferocious. They need a little bit of work. So it would be really helpful if we could get the results back. Steven. Might not be till tomorrow though. I don't know if it went out yesterday morning. I think it went out probably yesterday morning. So we might get it today. Look at what a good boy he is. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're so brave. You need a Radley or a Beatrix to go with you. I don't know about Beatrix. I don't know what she may be. She may be happiest returning. She's pretty ferocious, and has not done really the purring thing since the beginning. But I haven't had a lot of time with her. But she is pretty ferocious still. So we could work with her at the feeding station for a bit and see if she changes her mind. But we'll see. We'll give her a little more time. If she comes back positive and everyone else is negative, then that will help make that decision. It's a lot easier when we know they're not going back to horrible conditions. They have lots of great shelter and food, and of course we care for them, and we'll be there for a little bit, and the property owner will notify us if anyone needs help. So not too worried about them there. As long as the colony is managed, I think they should be in pretty good shape. And the new property owner does seem to legitimately have a soft spot for the cats, so we're lucky about that. Because the old one did not. Hey, can I give you a massage? Oh, did you just make a biscuit? I can't tell. I could be fooling myself. Ooh, such a good boy. Should we check out your bum? I know we got such a good thing going. Why ruin it? I'll just do this and see if you react. It feels okay. What a good boy. Can I just get a little peek? There's your... Looks good. Yeah, the black crust is almost gone. I'm not sure if it was just some strange skin reaction. You never know with these guys, they have that strange bacterial flora. And sometimes strange dermatitis. Let me pick the last bit of incision crust for you. There, see? welcome. You're welcome. You can see he's not reactive at all. So that's good. He's a good boy. What a good boy. He's so handsome. I want to upside down hover Calvin you, but I don't think you're ready for that. What a good boy. You need to be furminated, don't you? Like if I can get my hand in there. Oh, there. Good job. See? You like that. Oh, he's a good boy. What a good boy. Who wants to bring this adorable, handsome? Oh, see, he tried to bite me, but I just, oh, see, he bit me. But I was just trying to pick your crust for you. I was just trying to pick your crust. You had some face crust and I startled him. That was me being dumb. You know I can't resist a muzzle crust. He didn't bite me hard. Like it didn't even break the glove. He did it and then I went back again for more. Because he just had to get it fucking do it again. And do it again. Good boy. You have to be faster than the bite. That's a good boy. Are you a good boy? You're so handsome. You can relax your little toesies a little bit. You're such a good boy. His eye looks great. Very nicely healed. Oh, see, that feels good. Yes, it feels good. Good job. Should we look inside your ear here? He has very nice clean ears. Yes, very handsome ears. Don't you? Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. So there's a new study that's just come out about ringworm laundry that says if you wash it twice in cold water, just with regular detergent, like run it through 2 cycles, that will mechanically remove the ringworm. So even for like towels and stuff. So you have to keep you can't pack the washer full. We do like 1/3 full to 1/2 full for each load, and then we run them through twice, and I add bleach just because it makes me feel better. But that's what this new study found, that most of it was gone after the first wash, and then there was nothing viable remained after the second wash. So that's very helpful information to have, because there are lots of things you can do when you're trying to disinfect. If you don't follow the right protocol, you can still make a huge effort, and just if you do the steps out of order or do certain things, you can inactivate the bleach and then not kill the spores, or if you don't have the contact time right, or there are just so many things that could interfere with a good cleaning. So it's important to do your research, and we are fortunate people are doing new studies. You're so handsome. I know we are still washing on hot water and drying on high heat also, just because it makes us feel better. So I think the hot water doesn't actually get hot enough to kill anything. It has to be really, really hot water. So I think that's why hot water is not necessarily a factor. And I don't know if the dryer can get hot enough also. But the best thing is if you can mechanically remove all the fluff and the dandruff and the spores, the fomites. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You're a handsome boy. You're going to have to go to someone who will teach you that it's okay for fingers to touch you all over in different places and that you don't have to worry. Here, do you want a little snack? Like, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Oh, he smells it. Oh, it's tasty. It's so good. It's good that he's food motivated. He's gotten better about eating. They have to learn initially about eating off of fingers, not to actually try to eat the fingers. Yeah. Oh, see, that was a bit of a... I had to get out of the way. Good boy. Here you go. Here, one more. Good job. What a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. We're friends. You and me are friends. So, in order for bleach to kill spores, you need at least a 1 to 32 concentration, and it needs a contact time of 10 minutes. Sometimes we feel safer using 1 to 10 bleach on some things, but 1 to 32 will kill most of it at a concentration of, or a contact time of 10 minutes. And that's after you remove all of the organic material. So, like, if you think that just wiping it down with bleach is going to kill stuff, it's not. You have to. It actually has to be soaked wet for 10 minutes, and then we have to rinse it so that there's a bleach residue that can hang for the cats. You also have to, if you mix up bleach solution, you have to use it up within a couple of hours or it loses its effectiveness. We learned that one. We learned that one the hard way. Well, not the hard way, but we learned it after we had been keeping the bathtub full of a bleach solution and just putting our bunny suits in there to soak until the next wash cycle, not realizing that after the first couple hours it wasn't doing anything. But our washing protocol then, luckily saved us from an incident. But there's so many things that you think you're following the rules and you're not, and one little thing and you can inactivate the whole process. So it's not our friend. Yeah, that's why the cleaning is so rigorous and exhausting, because we have to actually empty everything out of the room, throw things away, wash anything that can be washed, and then so 2 cycles in the wash and the dryer for the soft stuff, and then everything else that we're not throwing away, like we throw away all the litter, and then all the litter boxes and the veranda and the bins and everything. Have to soak in bleach for 10 minutes and get scrubbed out and then rinsed, and then put back together. And then in here we have to sweep the floor to get all the organic material out, and then soak everything in bleach for 10 minutes, like including walls, doorknobs, doors, shelves, like the windowsill, the window. Basically everything in here gets soaked in 132 bleach for 10 minutes, and then we have to rinse it when we're done, and then we put all clean stuff in. So we go through a lot of cat litter. We dump out all the food that's left over in here, we go through a lot of stuff that way, but it's the only way to get rid of it. You're so cute. And then not with these guys, it was the little ones. When we're cleaning, we also bathe them. So that adds to it also, which reminds me that we were going to try to bathe the flyers today. And then I have to go feed it. And then I have to go feed you people. Not your people have been fed, but the new people I have to feed. You're looking very handsome. You're a good boy. Which means that everyone's had their beds, which is good. The girls are sleeping. I just want to get a quick look at Mason's bandage and splint because I know that he likes to chew on it. These gloves are mediums. There are some gloves that are really good, but I couldn't find them on Amazon. But they're much thicker than these because you've probably seen like the slightest scratch or bite and these get shredded and then they're no good to us. There are some blue ones that are thicker that work a lot better. But Kimsey's has a latex allergy and a couple of other people have sensitivities to latex, so we have to have vinyl and latex, and usually in small, medium, and large, depending on who it is coming. So that's a complicated answer to a simple question. I can fix Starling's cam. Not right now. The computer seems to be crashing up there. So I have to actually physically go in and fix it, so that's why it's not getting fixed for a while. Yeah, it's a lot like parvo is one of the things that is maybe even more well, it's probably of more concern because it's deadlier than ringworm and also highly contagious and lots of virus is shed. Mason's splint is on. He just likes to chew. He just likes to try to get it off, but he doesn't know that I have Miracle Kittened him, and that if I can keep a bandage on Miracle Kitten, I can certainly keep a splint on a feral cat. He doesn't know that yet about me, but he'll learn it. Mr. Calvin, you have to go now. I would love to stay all day because you seem to be enjoying this time together. Here, I will make you an escape route. You're shed all over me. Like I didn't even need to toothbrush you. I need to collect samples from everyone else. Oh, so cute. All ready for 4:30. We have luckily knock on some sort of flooring, not had to deal with parvo here yet. I'm sure it will happen at some point, but panleukopenia, distemper, basically. We have not had to deal with that here yet, and I know it's only a matter of time, but I'm thankful we haven't had to yet because I know it's awful. And ringworm is curable, whereas with panleukopenia, it's almost always fatal. Not always, but it's tough. So that is one that I'm happy we have not had yet. You're so handsome. I think any cat is at risk for panspermia or distemper. But so, I mean, they're as much at risk as any other cat. Kittens and immune-compromised adults are more at risk, but it can show, and it's a tough one too, because you can get in cats and kittens that look perfectly healthy and then be hit with it a week or two later, and it's devastating. I know some of the other fosters have gone through it, and it's just, that's one of the reasons why it's a bad idea to combine cats and to let like your foster kittens play with your cats until you've had them for long enough to rule out stuff like that. We take some liberties with that because our kittens come from the same place, so the risk is lower, but there is still a risk of something, there's a slight risk of something like that happening, which we weigh against the benefits of combining. So it's a tough call, but anywho, buddy, you have to go now. You have to go. Follow your bliss. You're such a good boy. See? We're friends. Everyone else is napping. I need to do some sample. Now that I've contaminated myself, I think I better change my gloves. Okay, buddy. I'm going to just nudge you forth into the world. It's okay. There you go. I know you feel safe in your little hole. There you go. Good job. What a good boy. The hisses. You don't have to hiss at me. Oh, it's a good boy. You can just sit right there. Good boy. He's a good boy. Do you want the snack? Here. I'll give you a snack. You're a good boy. Are you a good boy? We're friends. I don't have any snacks I can toss your way. He's poised for flight, and he's right next to my toothbrushes. That was very clever of you. Well played, Mr. Calvin. Well played. You're very handsome. I don't want to scare him by going to the door. Let me see if, I know this is Dr. F's first day off in 12 days, so I'm going to bug her and ask her about You're very handsome. Look how brave you're being. You're very brave. Are you going to get me if I try to give you this snack? He's thinking about it. Good boy. That was very brave. Make a good boy. Oh, okay. You guys can't see Calvin, right? He's right in front of the camera. He's thinking about, I just gave him some, maybe if I put a new scoop on there, he will. Look, you see this? Don't punch me. Do you smell that? You like that stuff. He smells it. But I can't adjust the camera. Or reach a toothbrush. Or need gloves. Be a good boy. Maybe I will just move slowly. I will slowly go about my business. Okay, buddy. Why don't you have a little snack? I'm going to label everyone's bags. Is it October 22nd? I just have to change my gloves so I don't contaminate. And the gloves are outside, and when I open the door, I know you're gonna make them. I could take them off and do one more cat without gloves. And assume that in that time you will relocate. You may want to reach for the toothbrush. It's okay. Excellent. Good work. Now you can just ponder life while I get some samples. Who wants to go next? Beatrix is going to get me. Hi, Radley. You're so cute. It's nice that you're always nice. You're always a good girl. Oh, see? That's so stupid. Oh, such a good girl. How about a little? Oh, that's nice. You are so cute. You're so cute. Oh, she's so cute. So cute. Got a little drink there. Okay. Alright, buddy, I need to get some gloves. Sorry. I'll go slow. Don't make a run for it, okay? I'm just gonna go this way. Good job. Okay. Okay. Oh, hey. Good boy. Oh, there he goes. Making a run for it. Okay. Who's next? I think that okay. Who's coming next? Good. Bitey Calvin and Bitey Beatrix are together, and non-Bitey Mason is underneath. Where I can't possibly get to him. Yay. It's okay. We're friends. Do you not remember this about us? You can't see that Mason's not going to protect you. He probably will. Actually, he's a gentleman. Alright, ready? It's alright. 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 Woo! Baby Beatrix. Oh, that's nice. Go snuggle with your friend and then get Mason out. He's a good boy. He's way in the back though. He's mad rabbit. Oh, how did that clean up these mold? But hey, rabbit. Here, kitty. Get my face. He's in the back, behind Radley. Okay. Hey, buddy. Let's just see if I can slide this out. Oh, he does a good little bird faces. It's okay. Okay, Calvin. We got one ferocious one down. Mason, where are you going? There. Oh, goodness. It's okay, buddy. Oh my goodness, it's okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's alright. You're a good boy. Oh. Tomorrow's Sunday, so we don't really need them all today. Two is a good start though. Back. Oh, she hit the stairs first. Yes, good work. Okay. Okay, everyone. Crisis averted. Email, resume your catly activity. What a handy boy. Where did Rad go? Back here with. Oh, she's on. Come here. She's on top of Calvin. Mason probably could use a little massage. Okay, so I'll collect these sometime, either today or tomorrow. And that there. So we have some clean. Here we go, a little treat for you. Here. That's what good boys get. Alright, garbage. Dishes, laundry. We have these two very manly men. I had three, but the third one was small. Alright. Garbage.